Hi guys, Carly here with Zeal Antiques. This is my first post ever, so bear with me. I'm a little nervous, a little camera shy, so you'll probably see me doing things like this a lot. But just to give you kind of a background on me, I've been doing antiques since about 2004, give or take. But it's always been a passion of mine. Most of my family are antique dealers, or they're into restoration, home restoration, furniture restoration, you name it, collecting, or all of the above. So I've been going to antique stores since I can literally remember, to the point where a lot of the dealers knew who I was when I was little. So it's always kind of been second nature to me, but I've really grown a huge passion for vintage, especially kitschy, kind of campy vintage. That's kind of my shtick. But I love just about everything. So when you see me post stuff, a lot of it is going to be vintage or things that I just love. And they may not always be necessarily antique or old. Every blue moon I'll kind of sneak a few cute things, decor items in there, because I was actually formerly an interior designer, and for big box companies, and a buyer and visual merchandiser. So you'll kind of see me sneak a few cuties on there that are newer, but of course I'll always let you guys know. But I wanted to go over today a few of the items that my partner slash best friend, Erin, who is very camera shy, went and picked out. We had a really fun time. We went to a really cool sale at a local not Legion Hall, Mason, he's yelling at me, Freemasons Lounge, Freemasons Temple, and it was to raise money for pets. So love pets, done rescue for years, so right up my alley. So I wanted to go over a few of the things that I found. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I just like to watch this kind of stuff from other people just to learn more about stuff, see what things are valued at. And I will tell you this, sometimes I will get stuff that is not always necessarily things that I am crazy about, but that I know that other people are, they're looking for replacements. My rule of thumb is don't buy it unless you want to be stuck with it. So, but every blue moon I'll find something that is just so pretty. It may not be me, but it's just so pretty, and I know someone else will love it. And I like to share that with people too. And so a few of the items today are kind of more along that realm, but you'll see. And I'm going to start off with these Lefton teacups that I found. Now, if you look, little Lefton teacups, and they have the little rose pattern on them. Cute little rose pattern, and it's a pair. Now, unfortunately, they do have some wear on the gold, so you always have to kind of take that into account when you're listing on places such as Etsy or eBay or Facebook Marketplace. Always try to be honest with your customer and tell them, hey, this has wear here, or it has a flea bite there. You don't ever do to somebody what some people do and don't notate what's wrong with the item. That is dastardly. So always make sure you point out the flaws. It really builds up your reputation as a dealer, and also makes you feel good. I found people who love this stuff, they're gonna love it, flaws and all. So with these, you have to take into account the little wearing of the gold. It's not bad at all, but you do want to take that into account. Otherwise, they're in beautiful condition. They're nice fine bone china, you know, really well made. I'd say circa 1990s. So for these, for the pair, I'd probably charge around $20 to $25. Knowing me, I'll probably do a good old $24 for the pair. But then I'm going to move on to the little violet pitcher that I got. So again, it's got a little wear right there on the gold, if you can see it. Sometimes that's hard to catch with the light. But it's just a really lovely little pattern. And to be honest with you, a lot of people get these and they use them for flower vases. They make perfect little flower vases. They're just cute as a button. And it's David Michael China. It's very well made in Staffordshire, England. A lot of really beautiful china was and is still made in England. You've obviously seen a lot of mass production, but England back in the day in the 1800s, 1700s, all of those rivers were used for all these industrial plants to go make things like china and all of that. So checking out things like this, you really see the beautiful artistry and craft that goes into making something like this. And I'll be honest, I was never a big china person when I was younger. I loved dishes always, but you know, never a big china collector. But when you start to learn about all the artistry and skill and craft and that goes into like just down from the mining of everything and making of it, it's unbelievable, and you have a whole new appreciation of it. So for this little violet mug / teapot, $18. Somebody will buy it as a gift for someone else, or even for themselves to use as like a little flower vase or even a mug. But it's a sweet little china piece. Now we have this little guy right here, and it is called the Royal Albert Peony collection. And if you look, it's a pretty little, and it says March, so it's somebody's birthday bowl. Hey, it's your birthday. So on this particular bowl, it's really well made. There are a few snafus on the gold right there, so taking that into account, I probably charge about $18. So I'm gonna let you guys kind of sit here and guess for a second on how much I paid for those 3 little cups. I paid a total of about, 4 little cups. I paid a total of about $1 for all of them. So not $1, $2 tops for all of them. So not a bad takeaway. Obviously this isn't stuff that you sell tomorrow. It's stuff that you're going to sit on for 2 months, 6 months, a year, but it does pay off in the long run. So keep that in mind. And I have to be honest, I get the sweetest people who buy this stuff. They're usually just absolute gems and delights on, I do mainly Etsy, and they're just wonderful about it. So then we have something that's totally up my alley because I love vintage stuff like this. It's an isomatic grinder. Woo! So you lift it up and you put your ice in there. Yeah. And you grind away. Now this can be mounted. It's got a back wall mount. So you can mount it to a wall, a cupboard, whatever floats your boat. How you mount it, I'll have to Google it. But it's a really cool little piece. I paid about $1.50 for it, and I will sell it for around $40, give or take, including shipping. Now, the reason why I say $40 including shipping is because I'm part of this Etsy free shipping over 35 thing that Etsy's doing, where we offer free, certain dealers offer free shipping for all purchases of $35 or more, which sounds like a great deal until you get something heavy like this bad boy. And then you're kind of like, ooh. So you have to kind of take that into account when you list it, the cost of shipping. So normally I'd list this for about $27, $28, but shipping is going to be about $15, give or take, depending upon if it ships. I'm outside of Atlanta, Georgia, so if it ships on the East Coast, it'll be around $12 to $14. To the West Coast, it's going to be about $20, give or take. Just depends. So you need to take that into account when you go to list your items and sell them. So then the next one is what Aaron and I refer to as Joe Camel. So if you notice, He's a camel. And if you were a bad kid in the 80s and 90s and 70s, like I was, well, not in the 70s. I mean, I was born in the 70s, but I was a bad little kid, and I smoked. And I collected Joe Cool points. And what those were when you smoked Camel cigarettes, yuck. You collected like little coupons that went with them, and after a certain amount, Marlboro, Camel, all of them gave you free gear. That would be like windbreakers, Walkman headphones, whatever floated your boat. So Aaron and I thought that this was a Joe Cool camel. Turns out it's not, but he's still kind of a cool little guy. I'm weird. I like rusty, weird, spotty things. So I even kind of like that. So I'll probably list him for about $12. I sell a ton of brass animals on my page. So next, this sweet little guy right here. Now, I love animals. I think I already said that before, but I really love animals. And this sweet little guy right here is a raspberry mug. So these are usually from the 90s. I do carry a lot of 90s stuff in my shop because I was in high school in the mid-90s, and it brings back a lot of memories. And I know a lot of kids now are really into 90s stuff. So, but this is so goofy. How could you not love it? Like, look at his little derpy eyes. He's wonderful. So anyhow, I'm going to sell him for about $12 to $14. And usually my raspberry stuff sells pretty quickly. So, now this little cutie caught my eye right as soon as we were at the sale. So, I have to be careful because it's heavy and I am a mess. So if you look at this little fatty mouse bear thing with his little traversable head. Like, look at that. It's a little cookie jar. So the sad thing is, he's got a giant chipperoo right there and like a little hairline crack. But I had to. He was too cute, and I paid $1 for him. So I can't, or $2, sorry. So I can't really, like, I couldn't leave him. So that's American Bisque, and it's called a Turnabout cookie jar. So American Bisque came out with a lot of these Turnabout cookie jars in the 1940s. And you'll see a lot of anamorphic, meaning animals in human-like poses or clothing, etc. You'll see a lot of anamorphic figures out in the 1920s, even 1910s, up till the 2000 nows. It's just a really big, cute thing. But these like giant eyes, look at that. And you can like switch the face so it can be a boy or a girl. And it's just cute as a button. Most of these you'll see had a lot of paint loss on them. And I have a theory about this. I think it's because there were children reaching for cookies all the time, and moms and people like me who maybe are not children or moms but reach for cookies all the time. And that the oils from the cookies and stuff probably wiped off a lot of the paint. Kind of like when you go to wipe off your makeup after a long day. Anyhow, super cute. Super, 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 super cute. So, I'm going to sell it for around $40, including shipping. I will probably regret saying this and probably end up having to sell it for more. Not that I want to, but again, because of the size, the weight, and shipping, and my free shipping offer, I have to take that into account. Even with the crack and everything, it puts me in a precarious situation, but I had to get that little guy. So then I got this sweet lady. La, 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 la. This is Alice in Wonderland. And if you look, she's got two little flea bite chipperoos right there in her dress where the paint has come off. They're teeny tiny. But I suspected she was Disney because it's just really well made. The glazing, everything is really well made, but she is Disney. And I'd say circa the 90s. But let's see how much. I'm going to do around 24 bucks for her. I sell Disney stuff all the time. People love it, love it, love the Disney. Then I got this lady. So I was raised in a very, 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 very Catholic home. So if you walk through my house, it sometimes kind of looks a little bit like Catholic church exploded inside of it. Even though I'm not a hardcore practicing Catholic anymore, I still love all that stuff. And I carry it as much as I can. And this beautiful, I think she's beautiful, Virgin and Child, the Madonna and Child statue with like the wonderful, beautiful, glitzy burnished brass glaze on the bottom. I could not resist her. She's big, she's beautiful, and I'm going to probably, because she is so beautifully made, I am probably going to charge about $45, including shipping for that bad girl. And I should probably reverse a little bit because I've been trying to keep up with telling you guys how much I spent on items and how much I'm going to charge. So on the raspberry mug, I spent about $1. And again, I'm going to charge about $14. On the little mouse double-faced cookie jar, I spent $2. And hopefully charge around $40. On the Alice in Wonderland, I spent $1, give or take. I think it was less than that. And I'm going to charge $24. And then on the Mary, I paid $5 because I had to have her. She's just my girl. And I'm going to charge about $45, including shipping. So then we're going to come next to this big fella right here. Ooh. So this is cow. Well, it's a bull. And it's a giant milk pitcher. I would say creamer, but my lord, if you need this much creamer, that's a lot of creamer. So we're just going to say it's a milk pitcher or a juice pitcher or something, water. But I want to pretend it's Ferdinand the cow because I love that story growing up, and he's so stinking cute. I think this was probably someone's art project, because it's signed on the bottom. It's not any kind of California pottery, but it has that kind of cool look to it. It's just unique. He's fun. He's big. He's boisterous. And I'm going to charge about $20 for that bad boy. And then I got this Mickey Mouse silhouette mug. Again, I saw a lot of Disney. Disney's hot. I guess it never was not hot. It does have the tiniest little bit of like manufacturer defect. If you look, you probably can't see it, but it's right there on the rim. Yeah, you can kind of see it now. It's got a little manufacturer's defect on the rim, but it doesn't hurt it at all. It's not going to cut your lip or anything. It's just a manufacturer's defect, so I will be notating that. It's by Disney. It's a newer piece. This is not anything like, oh my gosh, it's 1920s Disney or 30s Disney. No, this is a newer piece. And like I said, every blue moon I'll throw stuff up there that I know my customers love or I love. I paid $1 for this, and I'm gonna probably charge about $12. I do really well with mugs. If you haven't noticed that I have 5 million mugs that I'm listing, and you'll probably see mugs all the time because people love them, including me. I pretend that I don't, but I always have them. So then I got these. Now I have to preface this with Christmas, I'm gonna shock you, is my biggest sales time. So I get tons of Christmas stuff, and I love cocktails in cocktail glasses and Christmas cocktails and anything to do with Christmas parties and vintage Christmas decor. And I'm gonna level with you about something. I have no clue how old these glasses are before I show them to you. I'm gonna guess and say they're from the 90s, but I have no clue. I've looked all over. I cannot find them. If you find out about them, let me know. But boop, 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 boop. It's the first Noel, and it's got this cute little tree, and then the lyrics, and then it's got the thing, the notes. And I just think they're sweet little glasses. So if you want to sing the first Noel and be religious when you get drunk, or don't drink alcohol in them and drink soda, whatever floats your boat. But I just thought these were cute as a button. Oh, here's Hark the Herald Angels Sing. So there's a whole bunch of different ones. Deck the Halls. I will probably find these, but for now, I have a feeling they're Anchor Hawking. They just have that look to them, and they're cute as a button. I paid $1.25 for all 5 of them. I have 5, and I'm gonna probably charge $28 plus shipping for those. And then I'm gonna show you. I told you I like cats. I really am a crazy cat lady. It's coming. And dog lady and pet lady in general. So I found this like cute little picture, and it's signed and numbered. Can you see that? Barbara Alexander. And it's numbered and signed, and it's just a cute little thing about having a beast, which is what I call my cat, the Beast. She'll make an appearance on one of these videos. My one cat is truly the Beast. Anyhow. So I paid, I think, about 50 cents for that, and it is signed and numbered, and it's like $140 or something like that out of $200. Including shipping, I'll probably charge about $45-50 for that bad boy. So then Aaron found this, and I just love it because I love mid-century modern stuff. He got this little frame. Look at how cute that is, but the glass is rounded. It's like bubbled and rounded, and so I thought, he and I have been talking about collecting bugs. Possibly, we keep saying this, but it hasn't really happened. Anyhow, it'd be cool to put bugs in, or pictures, or something really cool. But it's a cool little frame, and I think we paid about 50 cents for it. It's got the hangers on the back. Perfect little, like, 60s frame. And I'll probably charge around $14 to $18 for that. Now, we're going to get to something that makes me sad. So, let me premise this with, I found these cool little mid-century modern hunting trays. Okay, cool. And they were by Hasco. See? Bloop, 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 bloop. And I sat there and I went back and forth, and they were $2 a piece. And I am cheap. I am mighty, 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 mighty cheap. And I was like, will I get my money back for these? Because there were 4 trays, and I had a very strict budget because I'm very, very strict about my budgets and stuff. And against Aaron's better judgment, which I usually don't listen to him, and this time I totally should have. I went and I bought them, and they taped the price tag to the front, and I very carefully tried to lift the price tag off, and this happened. Do you see that? Do you see that? Look at that. It's awful. Why did that happen? So it didn't just happen to 1 or 2. It happened to all of them. And I'm not gonna lie. So I truly thought these were laminate, and I looked up before I pulled my things off, and they all said laminate. Like, all the listings were like, laminate tray. So when it's a laminate tray and there's a piece of tape on top and you pull it off, you assume, okay, I'm golden pony girl. But no, I wasn't. They're cardboard. So laughs on me. I tried, goof off to get the stickers off. No dice. I tried my fingernails. If you look, there's no more fingernail polish on that one. Me gently trying to No, no. So I've got to figure out something cool to do with these. If you guys think of anything cool, let me know. I may just decoupage like whole new cool things on them, and make some decoupage trays, because I do like to do crafty, artsy things, and I hate to waste stuff. So we've been talking about trying a small decoupage project, so that might be something I'll do with that. And after that, like, they had the coolest books ever at that place we went to. We went to two places. We went to St. Vincent de Paul, and we went to the big rummage sale. And at the rummage sale, they had the coolest books, and they were 10 for $1. So we had a ton, but I wanted to show you a few that I got because I was very excited about them. They're kind of cute. So the first one is New England Nun and Other Stories. And this is actually from 1891. And it's just a really beautiful little book. It definitely has some tears and some quality problems. The binding is still relatively decent. It does probably need some binding tape right there. Former librarian here. I've done a lot of jobs in my life. But it does need some binding tape right there, but it's a really beautiful little book. And I looked it up, and it's actually being used like and discussed in lots of college literature courses, but I can't seem to find a price on a copy of it. So if any of you guys have an idea, let me know. It could be anywhere from $6 to who knows, but if you have any idea, give me a heads up. The next one I found was this Dear Enemy, and it was just so snarky and tongue-in-cheek, like the name. It just sounds like something I'd write a letter to somebody I disliked. So I was like, I have to have that. And it is from 1915, and it was a very popular novel. And I think if people were going to use this for anything, like for home decor or whatever, that'd be great. But if you look through, the illustrations are just ridiculous. Like, there's the cutest little vintage illustrations and stuff in there. It's a really cute little book, and I love it. And I'm looking forward to reading it, but I'm also going to list it, and for about $25 plus media mail. And that's something I will go over with you really quick. So if you are ever shipping just books, now you can only ship books this way, but I get a lot of questions about shipping, and trust me, I'm not the expert on that. Erin is. But if you ever have books, obviously they weigh a ton. And the wonderful USPS, our post office, has created something called media mail. And media mail allows you to ship books, any kind of media, so like CDs, records, books, for incredibly reduced costs due to weight. And you obviously can't use a priority mailbox or anything to mail it in, but it is a wonderful way to save money and to mail really good books to other people. So keep that in mind. Don't let the weight of a book deter you from selling or buying, because you can certainly do media mail. And I always encourage people, make sure you insure your package, especially now because everything's been kind of crazy. But yeah, it definitely helps. Then we have the Good Keeping House cookbook. So Good Housekeeping cookbook. And let me tell you, I'm just going to set this off. Bloop, bloop. I love good cookbooks. And this is a great little mid-century modern cookbook. How could you not love it? It's so stinking cute. My mom gives me them all the time, like all of her old ones. Now it does have some water and wear and tear. That's really common, you'll find with cookbooks, because think of it this way, people are cooking and they're using them. And I know for me, like, I've got my mixer going and I'm flipping to the next page, and yes, I still use cookbooks. I love them. And sometimes my hands are wet, whatever. So that's really common to see with cookbooks. Don't let it deter you. If it's a wonderful cookbook, it's worth buying. I will probably charge around $25 to $30 for that cookbook. It's a pretty sought after one, and it's just a cool cookbook. And then I got this. So I love old movies. I love them, love them, love them. And this is a whole book on silent films. And it's kind of hard to find good books on the silent film era where it really goes through all the wonderful history of it, and it's not just, dedicated to one person or, the most popular actors. This really goes through everything, so it's just a really cool little book. And it's a beautiful little coffee table book. It doesn't have the cover on it, but they never do at this point. That one I'll probably charge around $25 for. It's a kind of a harder to find book, and I really like it. And then I found something. I don't ever keep stuff. I am at a point in my life where I have been inundated, if you can't see in here and everywhere else in my house, with items that my mom gives me that were my grandparents, my great-grandparents, hers, you name it. And I used to have tons and tons of different collections, like tiki mugs, horror fan stuff, punk stuff, Halloween, everything. I still have a lot of my Halloween. Religious, you name it. And I've really sold most of it. I just don't. When you start selling stuff for a living, you just don't want to hold on to all the stuff anymore. It just becomes stuff. But every blue moon I'll get enamored with something, and I will keep those. I have not done that in a really long time, but I have to tell you, I found this. And yes, it's missing its lid. It's got little chips on the tips, bloop bloop, of the teapot, but it's a double-sided teapot, and it is by Shafford. It's a Japanese company. Shafford was a Japanese company from in the 1940s, 1950s. They really started making some really cute things to be on par with Lefton and a lot of the California pottery, things like that were really hot at the time. And their biggest and most popular thing by far was their Black Cat series. And they did all sorts of little collectibles. So, salt and pepper shakers, nutmeg holders, you name it. They had ashtrays. This one would have had a lid on the top with a little bow, but I'm in love. I am so in love with this. I have a little black cat, my little black cat, Kiki Lee. I am so in love with that I think I might just keep it. I've been telling people, look up Shafford. The prices are really reasonable on it compared to a lot of the other stuff like that. And their items are just cute as a button, and you can still get them for a really reasonable price. And it's just a fun item to collect, especially if you're like me and you like spooky or Halloween-y stuff or gothy stuff or animal stuff or just cute, kitschy stuff. It's cute. The painting on it is just, look at the detail of the painting. It's just perfect. And the colors are bright and crisp. I love it. I paid $1 for that and think I'm going to keep it. So that about sums that up. I do want to show you one more thing I got, and I'm going to have to carry you with me to go show you. But I do want to show you this because I am super thrilled to have gotten this bad boy right here. And I'm going to flip you around. Bloop, bloop. Bear with me here. Oh, it won't let me flip you around. Okay, so I got this absolutely beautiful Art Deco mirror. It's a frameless Art Deco mirror. And look at the detailing up there. It hangs on a chain. It does have some boo-boos on it. But I'm just absolutely in love with this mirror. I saw it and I ran across the room. And it totally made my finds for today super exciting. But I got the mirror. They had it for $75 and the lady offered it to me for $60 and I couldn't say no. So I actually have it for $380 on my site, including shipping, because it's going to cost a lot to ship. And normally, I'm going to come back over here. Normally, I package and I ship everything I have. But I have to tell you, and I apologize for the wonkiness here. I have to tell you, I do not trust myself with that mirror. And Aaron is my master shipper. He ships everything for me because I have RA and my hands don't always work that great. He doesn't trust himself. It is so thick and so heavy and so incredibly lovely that if something were to happen to it, I think I'd cry. It is definitely 1920s, early 30s, and it is breathtaking. I have a vanity, and trust me, I would keep it if Aaron wouldn't kill me, and put it over my vanity. But it's a perfect vanity or buffet mirror. So that's kind of my big woohoo find. So that's it for today. I will be posting more later. If you like this, please give me a like, follow me, love me. Let me know if you have anything that you wanted to share. I really appreciate you guys checking this out. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to post a link to my Etsy shop and my webpage and Aaron's Etsy shop and webpage down below. Zeal Antiques and Zeal Mantiques. Thank you again. And be sure to follow us on Facebook. I'll put that down below too. You guys have a fun weekend. Bye.